I guess I should try to put myself back in the mind of episode 3. Rose hit us up and she was acting all weird style, and she dosed us, she drugged us, and then she was kind of having a bit of a breakdown. So we just kind of let her be, and the cops chased us off. We weren't able to help out our friend, so we left Barry, I want to say is his name. We left him behind. So we had this whole big sequence of run away from the cops, and then the cops encountered some sort of shadow monster in the woods. And then the shadow birds attacked that helicopter. There was a drunk cop who was like really into chasing us down. And also, yeah, that was the episode where they introduced this concept of, objects can just be possessed, and like barrels will try to attack you and structural beams will try to attack you. So that was kind of a weird thing. And we got to drive. There was a bit of a driving sequence. We went out to talk to the kidnapper, and the kidnapper was like, "Oh yeah, we don't actually have your wife. We just really wanted the manuscripts." And I think that was kind of it. Fought a lot of shadow people, really just a lot of shadow people out in the woods. And then all of a sudden we woke up. Right. So we finally confronted this kidnapper guy, and then we fell down and woke up in a hospital, I guess.
Previously on Alan Wake, I'm hunted by the law.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase.
Are you seriously telling me that Ryder just took out my deputies?
A thriller
Doesn't
I
seem
supposedly
likely.
wrote is coming true. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I was told that Alice had been kidnapped, but that was a lie.
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
Alan ended up in the water like his wife, supposedly.
Baby, it was just a nightmare.
Alice.
There you go, Alan.
Hartman. I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
You could say that.
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you're lying.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
Sure, okay.
I felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus.
I want this to be like that episode of TNG where Riker was like doing that play, and then he ended up being convinced that he was imagining it because he was being held captive, and there was that whole thing.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now?
Even though that would be derivative
Yeah.
of TNG.
I see you brought your
but
pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the
was
message.
a good episode.
Loud and clear.
Why, right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan.
Thanks, man.
I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes,
Sure, it seems harmless
will do you
enough,
good.
right? Nothing to do in here.
This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course. I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
That sounds like
bet
who
you
I
do.
am.
Splendid, Alan. I
'em.
honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together. This way,
Let me tell you, you got your work cut out for you, bud. Yeah, I'll be there in a minute. I'm gonna just check out what's going on over here. Oh, that's his foot. I think. Yeah, just hold that elevator for me. All right.
Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an
Yeah.
episode.
It'd be
So
best.
I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
Yeah, I
You're
know.
in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't
Okay.
face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy
Sure.
scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped, and supernatural forces of darkness are trying
plot
to
of the game.
stop you.
So far, I assume it wants me out of this elevator, but you're just kind of absorbing that. So like, I felt like this seemed like the easy, obvious reveal that it was going to go for. If it does like a little switcheroo on me, I'll be a little bit impressed with Alan Wake. If it's like, oh no, we actually go much deeper than that, then that would be cool. Because I feel like it was setting me up for a really basic this. A little crab walk going on over there.
We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind?
I would say
You're
so.
a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
How do you explain the dithering on that door, Doc? Wouldn't it make more sense if all of this were actually just a video game? Some Skyrim-ass landscape.
I never get tired of this view.
Yeah,
Very
it's good.
inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
Almost as though
It seems there's a storm coming.
you were delusional.
Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me.
It's the darkness, Doc. You'll see.
Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now, we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination
what year was
is
this
what you
game
work
made in?
with.
I don't know.
After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him talk.
After all,
Hartman
I'm the one
obviously
trying
loved
to
his
bring
own
you
voice.
out of the world
His
you've
words echoed
constructed for
madly
yourself.
inside my head.
But I can't
I dug
do
my
it
nails
by
into the
myself.
palms of my hands to stay
You need to
focused.
work with me.
Alan's one to
Once you
talk.
accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery.
Yeah,
Come along. Let's go inside.
as much shit as I give Alan Wake, they took a shortcut to my heart. Any piece of fiction, any piece of media, video game, TV series, movie, anything that includes a storm, just like immediately wins me over. I could just sit out here all night listening to this fake storm. That's all it takes.
Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed
2010.
by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
Scary, scary, scary.
Emerson.
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please, Emerson. Mr.
Foreshadowing,
Wade is
I'm sure.
confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson.
Okay, sorry. Boo.
That's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him.
Namaste.
I'm happy to say. He works on video
Elbows tight.
games.
Ooh,
It's
yeah.
trash, of course, but
Damn.
it does involve
Cell phone.
small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
It has a very,
Come, Alan, this way. Now, you might have noticed that
it has a very 2010 outlook on mental health disorders.
typewriter in your room.
I did notice.
In writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Welcome to Cauldron Lake Lodge. We're here to give you the specialized help you need. However, please observe the following. Please ask friends and family to schedule visits beforehand to ensure they don't interfere with your therapy and or periods of creativity. Also, please respect your fellow patients' need for privacy, and personal space, especially when they're engaged by their creative processes. Be patient. Get it? Because you're a patient. Typically, our patients have long-term creative problems, and they won't be solved overnight. Give yourself permission to take the time you need. Bear in mind that you're voluntarily receiving treatment that has been specifically tailored for you. Engagement therapy, trademark, and its sister method, the flow, trademark, work best when you are actively engaged in shaping them. If you have any concerns, please don't hesitate to voice them. Pardon me. Come through. Yo!
Is killing me.
Put the lime in the coconut guy.
Oh, what a storm.
I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
Foreshadowing.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Gods of Asgard. They even adopted
Appropriate.
new first names to complete the image of Viking gods.
Smart.
After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
As it
that'll
so often does.
I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Zane! You're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
My head was clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fence.
Night Springs.
I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Tom!
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He too had a way with words.
Any booze on you?
No.
We
Sorry,
have a
guys.
stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula. Local ingredients. Medicine. Clears your head right up. Makes you remember like moonbeams on the brain.
Oh, I just noticed. Leather patches on the elbows? That's not very rock and roll.
Tom just lost is all. Baba Yaga got to him too, the damn witch.
She used us all. Taken from all of us. Took my thunder, the witch.
And my ravens, what were they? Memory and thought, the hag.
She took something from you too, didn't she? That's what she does.
We're better off. This place, the lake, it gives you power. If you're a creator, an artist, a god.
Nightmare shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake.
Yeah, that's the one. She makes sure it comes out twisted and wrong. Just ask the lamp lady. She knows what happened to that other writer.
She's been using you, boy, and you let her. You went and opened the door for her, didn't you?
Now, it was already open a crack. And whose fault is that? We're morally corrupt, disease-ridden, old and stupid.
Doesn't mean he had to open it all the way, goddammit.
Yo, this board game looks simple as hell.
So tired.
Yeah, there's only like
Built the farm close to the lake.
five spots.
Place of power.
Place of power.
We had parties there, man. You should go there and have a party.
That Bob Balder threw the amp through the window. Hit that hippie chick in the back of the head. 15 stitches and a concussion. Bob's dead now.
It's definitely a shadow person.
Leukemia.
Stitches, snitches, and narcs, man. Bad scene.
If you move around like this, you kind of look like people look like when they're possessed by the darkness.
So tired.
Okay, I think we've exhausted that audio branch. Nope.
I want to go home.
So I know it was just because I've heard a little bit about control. I know objects of power is a thing, and so there's probably some element of truth to what they're talking about right here. And then of course, games love to do the whole like, oh, we're gonna show something off to you that doesn't make any sense, but over time it'll start to make sense, and then if you go back and play it again, then it'll all come together, and you'll go, oh, of course. All right, let's go back to my room. Going through. Pardon me.
Bad dream, and you can't wake up. You can't hurt a nightmare because all dreams are only imagination. They're only in your head, and and they're not there when you wake up. So you can't wake up because I'm in charge now and I don't want to disappear. My nightmare is the publisher people who want to make a contribution so they can say they made a contribution. And then we end up with mullets in there because they think mullets are funny, but it wasn't supposed to be about mullets. And now it's about mullets. And when it's in slow motion, they call it mullet time because the numbers came back from marketing that mullet time is the hook we needed to go big in the target demographic. And they're not even kidding. They say it all like serial killers with straight faces.
This dude seems normal as hell to me.
My nightmare is the writers who want to make everything from the characters to the toasters talk all the time and express their feelings so they won't shut up. And the writers won't shut up either because they have feelings too. And I have to listen to them because they're not scared of me. And everyone should just shut up. Shut up. Shut up. But I don't see nightmares anymore because I'm too scary for them. I take 2 pills every morning and 1 with every meal and 4 when I go to bed. And that makes me the scariest nightmare of all.
No, that just makes you over medicated, man. Somebody definitely had a brain blast when they thought of mullet time. That's goofy as hell. Ma'am. Yo. They have all of the same books here that I had in my apartment. Seems pretty spooky to me. That is an opportunity for lore. I mean, realistically, probably just reused assets, but if we big brain it, think outside the box, it probably means something.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
The doors were locked. Hartman and the nurses would have keys, but there was no way to get my hands on them.
Alan Wake, like he needs to wake up because it's all a bad dream. Clever girl.
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think. There's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
Okay.
Hartman wanted me to write. I knew I couldn't, but I figured I should just play along for now.
Just because
it
it's
was the only thing I
AlanWake.com.
could do with Nurse Birch watching me like a hawk.
What? Hold on. AlanWake.com/tag3. It says constipation that looks painful. And it's this little, this animated GIF. That's what the QR code goes to. What a weird game. Hell yeah, Thermos. A lot of thunder for not a whole lot going on outside. Seems pretty spooky. Really makes you think.
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
You just do a mini game and you press A 3 times. Pretty easy. I did it in my my hallucinations, so. Yellow. Night Springs for Xbox 360, hell yeah. Night Springs, the video game, to be clear. Death Rally. Wow. They don't make games like that anymore. This dude's a real Night Springs fan. Real talk. Ooh. So they got this thunderstorm right above what looks like the schematic or layout of the house. They've got storyboards of an over-the-shoulder shot on this perspective of like a person looking at the base of a tree. Yeah, ooh. Oh, interesting. So it's saying that shadow people can hide behind trees to avoid my flashlight. They can protect themselves by doing that. Interesting. Now that's a board game. Not whatever Night Springs board game Thor and Aldo were playing, or whatever his name was. Is that the storyboard of the game? I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's in character of whoever that person is.
The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody calm down. Put that down.
Alan, you are freaking out.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
Freaking out, dude.
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Maybe you shouldn't get out of here, Alan. It does look very stormy now.
Afraid of the crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak now, are we?
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
You done and did it now, Barry. You're gonna get yourself into trouble.
Start they
It's my storm. I'm taking it.
Try to do something here. Nope. Can't.
We're on a comeback tour, baby.
Okay.
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. If she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I could get the key to the office wing from Sinclair.
The backstage is all yours, Tom. Seize your destiny.
Okay.
I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd be keeping them.
Why would you think that, Alan?
Maybe you could come out and beat our wrinkled adult diapered asses for us, since you're so tough, Birch.
We were on the road, man. You think we haven't seen punks like you before? Mortal knave. Yeah, you better hide, Birch. My wrath will break you.
He's probably kidding, Birch. He's got a great sense of humor.
The photo on the wall caught my attention. In it, the clinic staff was standing outside the lodge. I knew
Soulless.
the man next to Hartman. He was the kidnapper. Hartman had been playing me all along.
Sure, Alan.
The markings on the tape said they were recordings Hartman had made at the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right.
Hey, shadow people. All the shadow people I've been fighting, except for the dog. I haven't fought any shadow dogs, or wolves, or whatever.
Hartman wasn't happy. Mott could see it in his eyes. He quickly lowered his own. He had made a mess of it, and he knew it. The shame of failure was hard to bear. He hadn't expected Wake to say he needed more time, and he blurted out 2 days, less than Wake had asked for to show him who was in charge. But that wasn't part of Hartman's plan.
Okay. Oh, a luminous being of light, emerging from within the darkness. The lady, Darksider's character.
Now, Mrs. Wake, can you tell me about Alan's problems?
He's more and more out of control all the time. The parties, he's so angry all the time. He's getting violent.
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes I almost wish Alan would take a swing at me, because at least that'd lead to a conversation he couldn't just march out of. But no. Alan doesn't really sleep. And the work, well, he's not writing at all. He sits there for hours and just gets more and more frustrated. And I can't talk to him.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Wake. What would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking
like a
out
shadow
behind
me.
your eyes. And I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems, always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him. And we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark.
In the dark.
I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah, but Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. It had been a cut-up of this. Just a recording.
Rudolph Lane's case is interesting. He was completely blocked, and frankly, I was about to discard him as useless. However, once Wake arrived and started writing, something changed in Rudolph. He's producing extraordinary work, increasingly dark pieces. Unfortunately, he doesn't respond to direction at all, and it's my belief that he's not so much a creator as an illustrator, perhaps, a recorder of sorts. I hadn't considered the existence of such a role before, let alone its implications, but the paintings he has produced are informative. At least he's easily controlled and useful. I wish I could say the same about Wake. It's frustrating that the best subjects are always so damn difficult to deal with.
Preach.
Not buying that. I was tailing Wheeler, and this is the only place he could have gone. That means Wake is probably there too!
Agent Nightingale, this is private property, and I will not allow you to disturb my patients.
Yeah? I can get a warrant. How would your fragile little patients like that?
Oh, I'm thoroughly intimidated by your mighty authority now, Agent.
Listen, you smug snob. How would you like it if I busted through this gate and knocked you around a little?
Agent Nightingale, first of all, I'm recording this conversation, so you might want to watch what you say. Secondly, you're not dealing with a hick now. I know the law, and if you can get a judge to grant a warrant, I'll be glad to cooperate. But you won't get one. Be advised that any further communications
How I edit.
are to be made through my lawyer.
I don't believe this.
Good day, Agent.
Yeah.
Right. They were saying something. Doesn't matter.
Out of here! Arthur, do you hear me? Or I'm gonna sue your crazy quack ass to shreds!
Oh, that's Barry.
Seriously! Do you have any idea how much trouble you're in? I am famous. I represent
Barry?
Ow! About time!
Barry, man, am I glad to see you. We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no! The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as such. Or else I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that Fed
Nice.
gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where
Good
you
transition.
were. That guy's crazy, Al. But he let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman, that son of a bitch, who tells me you're here, and I should come pick you up, but when I got here, 2 goons clobbered me and stuck me in there.
What's with the cutout?
I stole it from the diner to piss off Rose after what she did to us.
You
That'll
idiot.
teach her.
Yeah, that's a harsh punishment. Come on, pal, we gotta get going.
Why did you bring him with you? You could have just thrown it away or left it in the car.
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Alan, you're not even holding a gun.
Well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
If he is possessed by the darkness, I'm just gonna have to fight him. It would be in our best interest. that cheeky little smirk. You idiot.
The dark presence would be on me in a moment. I had to find a way out. Hartman followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach.
I don't have a flashlight. Excuse me? Oh, it's following me. Oh. Wants me to do the whole taparoo. Alright, we gotta run sequence.
I needed light to get the possessed bookshelves out of my way.
Okay, Great. Good job, Alan. You ran into a couch and hurt yourself. Oh no. This is like Fantasia. Just gonna check the story even though it's never been opened. Ouch. Ouch. Don't mind if I do. Oh. I almost just died. Just being in this room, I guess. I was trying to remember which button did the flare. Oh. Pardon me. 1 second, guys.
Hartman knew he was no creator.
Gotta read my
He
own
had no
page.
ambitions on that front. And he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
Come on down this way, I guess. Puzzle solving. Oh, shit. Nope, not that door. Right here, maybe? Nice. Oh, ran right into it. No problem.
I'm here.
Hey, dude, I'm pretty messed up. A possessed hamster ball ran into me.
You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Barry, I don't have a light.
Take this, Al.
Yeah, give me that flashlight. I need it more than you.
Oh God! Look at the house, Al. Look
Okay. You're telling me. Alright, classic hedge maze. Alright. You know, some people say, always hug the left, but not today. Oh. Damn it. Don't trust Emil. Oh, maybe it's like it's like Alucard, like don't trust lines. It was there the whole time. Of course, I shouldn't have trusted the line. I don't know who Emil is.
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-size stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon.
Okay,
It took a special kind of crazy to build something.
Are they gonna
like
put on
this
a
in
show?
remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
Cool. Thor gonna put on a show for us? Love to see it.
Be careful! I can see them moving around! They're coming for you!
Yeah, obviously. I can hear him. You little scamp. Oh. Oh god. I'm kind of trapped in a corner here. Come on, guy. Oh, I probably could have used a flare. Had I remembered that that was a thing that existed. No, I'm not going that way. Going this way. TV does do that to people. Oh, look at all those birds. All those pretty birds. And bad guy time? Little mini boss. Oh, he's the guard. Damn it, birds. No, I tried to dodge. Hi, Geffen. How you doing? So keep an eye on the birds. Probably use that extra flare. Oh, there's a thermos back there, and a little supply box. Damn it!
Like seems to be we don't have any trouble, and I don't have to.
You idiot birds. G takes a lot of hits. Yeah, the trick was getting those birds early. All right. Give me a second there, Tex.
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
Is Mott the kidnapper guy, I'm guessing? Maybe? Sounds like he could be another patient in this patient uprising situation. Or maybe not. You never know. Until you know. Yo! That was a low blow. Some good timing though. Damn. Come on. I could just run right back here, right? No! There's a light. I was hoping I could heal under that light. That was uncalled for. An unsolicited attack. I was trying to go back and... Come on. Come on now. About to be taken out by a wheelbarrow. This is a really long detour just to get to the parking lot or wherever Barry was at. You have to get to the other side of this gate, but the only way over here is to go through this arcane maze and this weird, you know, garden area and this whole other thing. You have to do like a full loop around. It's a whole thing.
For the moment, Barry was just glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay in the gloomy forest at night. He would just have to wait for a while for Al to find his way down. Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes, an axe held high. Barry screamed and threw up his hand. The world exploded.
Okay. So it sounds like another, Emil made Tom do it. Okay, they keep calling me Tom, they keep calling me Zane. They keep calling me Alan, just depending on who's talking to me. It honestly sounds like another just run around the environment sort of mission. A lot of those in this game. Well, I just run off the edge. Ooh. Excuse me? That's pretty sneaky. But we got a little loot crate over here. Thank you. And checkpoint. Wow, they're really loading me up, huh? Seems like they expect a fight. Alright, what do you got this time?
Watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he could break Wake down, give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he had had. Well, since Tom, really. Sleep well, Alan, Hartman whispered with a smile. Let me take care of you. He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
Okay. Oh, hey, there's a person. Oh, it's Barry. So it sounds like Tom was maybe a previous patient? Hey, Barry, you're gonna fall down at some point. Sorry. You'll be fine, I'm sure. You survive.
Ow! You're alive! Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry!
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so, Barry! I'll find it! Don't worry about it!
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be good enough, Bear. We got company.
I'm on it!
Ow. Ouch.
Hey, found a corner!
Ouch. Ouch. Whoop. Kind of jumped off to the side there, Alan. No problem. Easy peasy. Oh, dodged it the wrong way. Oh, come on. I maybe burned the flares a little early. Ouch. Easy. Okay, so carve out a path to the right, go to the right, because the big guys are in the middle and to the left. Take care of at least one of the big guys early. Oh. Hi. Come on, come on. Get out of here. Damn it. Oh, you know what? I got a flare gun. What am I doing? Nope. I'm an absolute fool. Okay, that's the way to do it. Easy. Just corral them up and drop those flare shots on them. I feel like actually doing the flare for real should do about the same. I'm trying to... What are you doing over here, dude? Come on, come on. How is this gonna be like some sort of endless Yo. Barry, let's fucking go, bro.
Here it is!
Thank you. Good grief.
Al, please tell me we're headed for the nearest. You're now leaving.
Why
Bright
did you
Falls.
bring it
How
with
that
you?
soon sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
Sounds like a bad way to live. The end. Game over. Man, we spent very little time in, like, what I expected to be the interesting part of this game.
I'm crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the craziest.
But maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before, it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. You just need to find it. Look out!
Are you telling him to look out? You're the one who's driving, dude. Right? He's just glad he survived the fall.
Talk to me.
I had lost my gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
He's down there somewhere. He was just yelling for you.
Barry! Barry!
Oh, man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way. Man, what a drop! Don't worry, your cutout is fine.
Forget that! Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch. There's no way
Oh, there
you
he
can
is.
climb down, though. It's like a sheer wall.
Oh no, you made it. I can probably manage.
Ah! Al! There's something moving down here!
Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Oh! Yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
I'm good, Al! I'm great! Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh?
Got him. I will say, usually these are not the best sequences. Like, hey, let's have Alan Wake run through the woods for a while and shoot shadow people. Seems to be like 80% of the gameplay, at least.
You have to find your way around to the farm, Al. I'll be waiting.
Okay.
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Al, I'm not staying here. It's suicide. I'm going to the farm. I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area. You can catch up. Don't worry about it. I'm on the case.
Now he's Rambo. This would turn into a
Dude,
disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
Barry, you fool. I could survive this drop. I could climb down that. It would literally take like 15 seconds to just climb down that. I mean, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt that, oh, maybe the wood is rotted, but at least give it a shot. Hey, this is like the episode of Modern Rogue we shot today. Oh, haunted barrels. Oh, damn you. Yeah, no, I know. I see it. Here, come on over this way. I need you in the light somewhere. Oh, come on. Can you not? I need my manuscripts.
When he stopped the car at the Anderson farm, Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears.
Okay. Coming through. Beep beep. I'm Alan Wake, and I'm kind of a big deal. Nice. Got it. Got it. What? Excuse me? Okay, well there's a thermostat here, so... Come on. Come on. Oh, now I can come back up here. See what's going on out this way. Oh, no, just more possessed inanimate objects. Oh, no. He's so out of breath. Yeah. Cool.
Shadows crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through.
Sure, let's just crank some knobs. When in doubt. It's always worked for me. Okay, now we just have to give it power, right? Honestly, with the degree that these are shaking, I feel like they should just shake themselves loose, given enough
I
time.
hoped there'd still be a working generator somewhere around here to power up the old lights by the gate.
Probably right here. It's a little mini game.
Agent Nightingale stared at the passed out rider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion, but he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest.
Finally. Let's hope that comes sooner rather than later. This game has more generators than I've ever seen.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
But there just happened to be a very conveniently placed flashlight left on. Alright, yeah, follow the path, I suppose. Oh, gotta get to that generator on the pronto. No. No, I was on the last one and I did the thing. Oh, yep. See you later. See ya. Oh, yep. Oh, yep. Oh, yep. Just go ahead and kill me. That's fine.
Sense the movement in
This
the
time,
facing the enemy
I'll get it in one.
dangerous.
Alright, I feel like I got a little bit of distance on him this time. Shit. Damn it. Damn it. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, yep. Oh. Jukin. Oh, yep. I was just gonna go pick up those batteries, but that didn't work out. Great. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. I just want to pick up the batteries at this point. Stop.
I could sense the movement.
I feel like I'm overcomplicating this, and really, like,
I had no choice.
The actual move is to pick up the batteries and just keep running. That's probably it. I'm gonna pull this off. One of these runs, it's gonna work.
But I had no choice.
And you're all gonna feel like fools for doubting me. I'm gonna pull it off. Hold on, maybe if I go a little bit slower and then start running. Damn it. Ouch. Okay. Yeah, I think the move is just to keep running. Damn it. Easy. So I guess that was what I should have just done from the beginning.
A car was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
Switch to heavy duty. Sure. I'll do that. Okay. Wait, hold on a second. Okay, there's a flap over here. I thought that was just a tent that was totally closed up on both sides.
The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
Alan, you know you're about to get arrested by Agent Nightingale, right? You did read the manuscript, and you know that the manuscript's come true.
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
I had seen glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit. He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path.
A spaceman. Uh-huh.
The dark presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be free.
Okay. Flare, but these are not shooting flares. They're just dropping flares. Ah, bear traps. In case we've forgotten this conceit. Can maybe sneak around it, but oh, damn it. Can you not? Come on. Wait, are you not subject to the bear traps yourself? Ooh. That's kind of dumb. I mean, I guess if it's a figment of my imagination, then yeah, it makes sense that they wouldn't be subject to these traps in reality, but still. Still.
Someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
I thought I saw somebody up here. Was I just seeing thermos? Thermos? Oh, no. Could have also been this guy. Cool. Good use of ammo. Taken are filled with darkness. Okay. I would have expected to go kind of that way, but it looks like we're going this way. More traps. Oh, we got shadow people music. Okay. Still got a few bullets left. Trying to conserve every bullet if I can. Ouch. No, get... Alan, you idiot. Get up to the light. Just get in the light, man.
I could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
Spooky. Yeah, for real. Alan make a story with less bear traps. If all this stuff is coming from your imagination, then that's real dumb. It's also, it's way too many bear traps.
Hello? Anybody here? Barry!
Yeah, I'll get you in a minute. More of The Shining.
What are you?
Yeah, I'll get up there in a second.
The front door was locked.
Oh, but my manuscript page is up there. Yeah, give me a second, Barry. You get it. You get it. Okay. Okay, I guess we're going through this one.
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see.
I don't recognize you at all.
They're in the loony bin. But my buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him. Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie. Where the best friend's suddenly the bad guy. Who wrote this crap anyway?
Guilty. Can I was thinking about shooting him. Like, I wonder if the game would let me do that, but then he just kind of died on its own. So... Oh, hey.
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice.
I feel like you've said this before.
Story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape. I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who will help me. I'll make it happen.
That's a good point.
Let me guess. Danny, huh?
Not anymore, he's not. Ba-boom! Oh, maybe I go out the door now?
I could climb out through the broken window. The farm was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast. For a moment, Hartman considered strangling the idiot. Mott was mean-spirited, but easily manipulated. An emotional infant who lived for his approval. Wake, by contrast, was a far more difficult subject. Mott had given him too much leash. In 2 days, who knew what could happen? Hartman would have to find a way to rein him in, and quickly.
Okay, driving sequence. After I check out this bathroom. Nothing in there, huh? Oh, what does this say? Aha! Loot box. Probably a monster in here as well. They love to throw enemies at you when you collect up optional pickups. Let me see what's up here. Nothing? Yeah. Alright. How's this guy handled?
Up here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I made it this far myself. But Barry was Barry.
I will pick up your thermos. Ugh. I can probably just drive down there. Am I supposed to like follow the trail? Follow the path? What? Kidding about what? The fact that there are extra monsters, I guess. Come on, big fella. I forget what the high beams button is, and it might not even be applicable to all cars. It might have just been that one car, because I feel like I don't have... Oh, there we go. It's the A button. Pretty sneaky. They really don't want me to get through there with the truck. I thought it might have been like, you know. And get back out in my truck. 1 second. Seems like the best way to handle a whole group of bad guys. Oh. Great. Can I shine lights on this this thing going wild over here? Oh no. I wonder if they're just gonna keep spawning. Probably. To prevent me from just cheesing it. See if we can do this again. Okay. Hey, I got it. Easy mode, engage. No problem. Oh, come on. Okay. Yeah, they're probably just gonna keep spawning until I get over here to this checkpoint. Come on, come on, come on. There you go. That seems like it was worth it. Later, losers. What's with all this labored breathing? Flashbang. Buddy. I'm gonna assume that there's nothing else in that direction. I mean, there's probably like a manuscript page on a rock or whatever, but yeah, if I shoot one of these and will it set off? That'd be pretty cool.
I'd known the brothers used to be some kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
Hell yeah.
Incoming! There's too many of them!
Get back to the car.
God damn.
I'm so glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Bronson.
Shut up and shoot! Ow! We have to fight them all! I can tell us one of the fireworks from here and help you out!
I'm just gonna die right here. Oh.
I'm so glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Bronson.
Shut up and shoot! Ow!
Barry, you suck at this. Switch it out. Oh. Why are you... Okay. Switch. Switch.
Goddamn turn of the century wiring! Hang on now! I'm working again, I promise!
Hold on. Gotta get that thermos. Damn it. Come on, dude. Yeah, hold on. Do they just have their music like a bunch of MP3s on the PA system? Are they implying that they like to lip sync when they perform?
Rock and roll capital of America.
Oh, hey. This would have been helpful. Oh, hey. Also would have been helpful. But hey, we're stocked up in case anything approaches us along the way. Calm down, Barry. I've got manuscript pages to collect.
Deputy Mulligan tuned Thornton's chatter out. He didn't think writers were particularly useful people, and a huge manhunt for one struck him as idiotic. Certainly not worth the missed opportunity for coffee and pie. It wasn't even clear what the man had done, except run from them at the trailer park. Mulligan knew he wasn't alone. The sheriff's patience with the Fed was running out.
Preach. Let's go. Barry, are you wearing capris? You are.
See, bestseller? No reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new, right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this time. We need to
True.
get this thing moved out of the way.
This is as far as I got before they ambushed me.
Probably has something to do with that blinking light up there. I reckon. Yeah, having a lantern is good as hell.
Hey, I think
Platforming.
Alan Wake here has something to
Ah.
say. What's that, Al?
Ooh, I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'll shove all day long. I'm always
Spot on.
Right now, I'm just standing here because I need my best friend Barry to carry me. But that's okay. I can just take him for granted.
I think I see what you did there.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You want me to do my imitation of Barry Wheeler? No? Thought so.
Hey Barry, look right up at me. Hey Barry, can I have your attention for just 1 second? This will probably do it. It's a big blinking green button. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just drop down then. Hey, check it out. Check it out. I learned this new cool trick. Check it out. He loves it. He loves it. Alright.
Wow! You look at that thing, Al! They really went all out with this Viking crap, didn't they?
They really did. It seems unnecessary,
Stuff.
but I can
They must
appreciate
have
it.
done okay for themselves, so how come I never heard of these guys before?
And this from the guy who learned about Ozzy Osbourne through reality TV?
Dragged. Although I don't know if he was dragging Barry or Ozzy Osbourne in that one. Thermos. So I know I need to turn on the TV, but I'm trying to see if there's anything else to do first, because that seems like an important bit. Although it does say find a way through the barn and not turn on the TV. So I guess I'll do the TV first and then I'll scope out the rest. Doing alright, that's good to hear. Alright. Night Springs. Give me Night Springs. Yes!
Sleep. We all spend a third of our
Night
dreams in
Springs.
its soft embrace,
Man,
somewhere
it's back
between
memories.
fantasy and
Hey,
oblivion.
remember when I got you that gig?
Shut up, Barry.
Real writing job. What got
themselves
you
into
started?
life,
Was this one of your
or vice
episodes?
versa. In Night Springs.
Hell yeah.
Tonight's episode, The Dream of Dreams.
That's by someone else.
We join Mr. Jones as he explores the endless dreamscape, only to be brought
Stop waving your flashlight around, dude.
by a decidedly mundane situation. A long line of people.
Hey, Jones, right? Listen, we're gonna have to wait until His Highness over there is good and ready. Oh, wow. Who's that? You don't know him? What are you, new? He's the guy dreaming us. Well, not just us. He dreams everything. All of this.
But wait, no. I'm the one who's dreaming. I'm asleep. Isn't this my dream?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Get real, pal. You're just another dream. I'm a dream. You're a dream. The weirdo in the diving suit is a dream, and the girl made of smiles and sunshine is definitely a dream.
But I'm pretty sure I'm dreaming this.
Well, maybe you're a really confused dream. What am I, a shrink? All I know is I'm going with the smart guys, and they say that's the guy doing the dreaming. Right there.
I don't know what that means.
It means we keep him happy. No sudden falls. We make sure he has his clothes on when he goes out in public. No chases where the monster is nipping at his heels and he runs like crazy, but his legs don't seem to get him anywhere. None of that. Because if he wakes up in a cold sweat...
Oh.
Yeah, precisely. So we wait till he wants to move on. Keep things nice and calm.
Hey, something's happening here.
Yeah? What's that?
What? Can't you hear that?
Oh, God help us, it's an alarm clock. Oh, it's you, isn't it? Please, man, I got a wife and kids. Please don't wait.
Alright, yeah. That was fun. I wish I could zoom in as well. How long have I been going? 2 hours? 2 hours now. Wow, we got 20 batteries on this lantern. Love to see it. Hey, Barry, check it out. Every time. If I were a game dev, I would hide something like a secret back here. Or up here. Yo, check it out. Secrets. Alright, what is that? A manuscript page? Oh no, that's like a piece of a bag of grain. Oh, it is a manuscript.
It's 1976. Madness reigns at the Anderson farm. Contrary to all logic, the headiest ingredient of their moonshine is unfiltered water from Cauldron Lake. The Andersons feel like gods. Odin can't stop laughing. He contemplates cutting his eye out. Tor
Don't do
runs
that.
across the field, naked, shrieking, hammer in his
Mjolnir.
hand, trying to catch lightning. Their songs have power. Something ancient is stirring in the depths, coming back.
Okay.
The Viking boat looked imposing, almost like a battering ram.
Hint, hint. Hint, hint. Probably just gotta use that button. Maybe some sort of mini game. Be Awed by Celestial Wrath and Fury. The 1975 Ragnarok tour. Alright, battering ram it is. Thanks, I just hit a button. You probably could have done it yourself. Reggie, I'll save you the time. We just walked through the forest and shot bad guys for a while. That's mostly it. And I got this kick-ass flashlight, though. Nope. You jerk. Okay. Right. And I think there were batteries? Yes. Oh, you're a little fast one, huh? A whole lot of good that did you.
I think we can make it through here, Al.
But so it goes. Where? Through here? Through this way? Well, let me look at all the other ways first. Because that's usually where manuscript pages are. Let's go over here. Hey, yeah, there you go. Hey, why don't y'all just keep walking into these poles here? Nice. Environmental hazards. Gotta love them. All of a sudden it's Half-Life 2. Oh, there you are. Barry, how'd you get through this mess? You don't know how to defend yourself. Seems like a lot of bad guys for little old you. A little audio cue for checkpoints. Do-do-do.
Those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them. Yep, sell this stuff online,
Smart.
maybe get a reality show going, release a new single.
Good luck with that, pal.
Hey, you find us a way out of here, okay? I'm gonna take a closer look at this stuff.
Yeah, okay. The door was barred from the other side. I'd have to find another way.
Such as through this door.
Be careful, Al!
Yeah, that's what I'm best known for.
I'm good. Keep your eyes open, okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, dude. This isn't the first man I've murdered on sight. Do they still have Duracell and Verizon Wireless as product placements in the game, or did they take them out when they re-released the game? They are still very much in full effect here. I didn't notice the Verizon plug until I was rewatching my episode 1 playthrough, but the Duracell stuff is definitely here every time you pick up batteries. Heavy duty lantern? Don't I already have a heavy duty lantern? Or is this heavier duty? I think it's kind of the same. Alright, turn it on.
As you regular listeners know, I tend to work through the night, but I'm not the only one. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton are taking a couple of moments off their busy schedule to join me here in the studio. Boys, how busy are you now? Deerfest is almost here, isn't it? I bet that keeps you in business.
Pretty busy, yeah. Actually, Pat, we've been real busy with other stuff, which concerns an ongoing investigation. we can't talk about that, Thornton. I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just saying we got, other irons to fry.
And how would you compare your workload to last year's? Things have seemed relatively peaceful to me, but people do tend to get a little wild this time of year.
Oh, it's wild, Pat. It's pretty wild. There's been all sorts of trouble this year. Vandalism, fighting, public disturbances. A lot of people gone missing, too. Yeah, it's pretty much the usual stuff, Pat. Just, a lot more of it.
Now, is it just me, or does Deerfest get wilder every year? People seem to be more drunk, at least, or they start earlier and younger.
Oh, it's definitely not just you, Pat, but... Definitely, Pat. Hey, I'm talking here, Thornton. Oh, shoot, I lost my train of thought.
Not just me.
Oh, yeah, it's wilder, Pat, but actually most of the trouble seems to be coming
Come on,
from grown men. People who ought to know better, Kids are doing fine this year.
Well, that's nice to hear at least. Boys, I want to thank you for stopping by. I'll let you get back to your patrol.
Sure thing, Pat. Yeah, sure thing, Pat.
Did that sound a little bit like Hank Azaria? Is that his last name? You know who I'm talking about. Okay, generator.
The elevator was dead. I'd have to get some power to it first.
Oh, see, here we go. Oh, Energizer. That's what it was, not Duracell. Energizer. It's probably the highest res texture in the game. Coming down, Barry.
I could see the building that had to be the Andersons' home on the other side of the field. It wasn't far now. I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of two burned-out geriatric wrecks. They had the goods.
Kick. Why is Alan always kicking stuff? Just take it easy.
Kidding me.
Sure, bad guys are gonna start surrounding me. Yep. Aha! Never mind. Can I just hop in there right now? I feel like that would alleviate a lot of our problems. Can't run me over if I'm inside of it.
You've got to be kidding me.
There we go. Nice and... Ooh. Kind of hurt myself on that one. Nice and easy. I really do love that they just yell out facts about whatever industry their character's supposed to be in. Oh. It's so goofy. Okay, I think they've locked this off. I might get a little audio saying, "Oh, I should go back and help out Barry before I do this." Through that little barn, over, open up the door. while Barry is considering merchandising opportunities. Convenient.
Al? Is that you out there, buddy?
Yeah, it's me. Hang on.
Hey, let's go, man.
Okay. Yeah, don't worry, I already cleared it out for you.
I think we're gonna have to work together to open this gate, Al. Looks pretty heavy.
I'm trying. I don't think it was that
I
heavy.
think that's the farm on the other side of the field. We're almost there.
Yeah,
This farm
that's...
is a crazy place for crazy people.
Hey, calm
We should
down.
feel right at home then.
Alan, you have no room to make a burn.
Come on, one more gate. Let's do this thing.
What's going on here? Can we take this out? That would be a pretty sick melee weapon. Hey, Barry, take this out. If you don't take it out, somebody will use it against you. 100%. Old gods know the truth. Preach. Okay.
The lights
Just
are out.
go right in.
Guess we better check the fuse box.
Yeah, okay. After I take this thermos that was left in the bathroom. Looks like it's been ransacked. Yo, 2 thermoses. This is a thermos-heavy household. Yo! Yeah, they went gold. That's alright. Nothing here. Get out of my... Barry! I will kick your ass. Oh. This game doesn't make noise when you walk over instruments. 0 out of 10.
The power downstairs was out, but I was sure I could fix that at the fuse box.
Okay.
You know, this place looks kind of lived in. I thought the Andersons were on the booby hatch.
Again, Alice's screams rang in the stillness of the night. I saw myself run toward the cabin, flashlight in my hand. I followed my past self. I was an out-of-body observer, a time traveler in a crazy drunken dream.
I'm an out-of-body observer.
The night Alice had disappeared, the mystery of what had happened during the missing week was about to reveal itself.
Great.
Yeah, I don't think they keep too close an eye on them at the clinic. They seem to slip away a lot so they can get wasted.
No kidding! Those guys sound awesome.
Seems like a weird place to put a fuse box. But I don't have a house, so I guess I wouldn't know.
Can you hear that, Al? Music?
Of course. We need to find where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons talked about. That's the whole reason we're here.
Lady of the Light? Oh, that's gotta be... What's-her-face? The crazy lamp lady from the town.
Cynthia Weaver.
Right. Must be.
Sure. I already have that. She gave it to me in the beginning of the game.
Okay.
We need to find
Seems
Cynthia
highly
Weaver.
instructive.
We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest, I mean drunk.
Come on, Barry, this is... Yeah, what the hell?
I'm sorry about this. No, seriously, because I know we don't get along, but we're gonna find her, right? And even though you're a crazy bastard, I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al. Sure, like a brother.
I'm a writer, goddammit.
Correct.
If I just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year. And they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What? What do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
I know, Al. I know. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it okay.
Carry some of that stuff on you for when Agent Nightingale catches up to you. Why'd they bring the cutout into the house? Barry has a problem with falling asleep in precarious places. That was weird. All right, playing as a ghost now. Damn it. The secret of that night is about to reveal itself. Oh, I am a third-person observer.
Alice, I'm coming. It's all right. I'm coming.
It was a crazy drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth, a suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls, the night Alice had disappeared. I had a chance to find out what had happened. Whatever power had brought me back to this night at the lake was also stopping me from leaving. I had no choice but to see it through, to find out what had happened. I remembered being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off.
Was he a ghost all along? Sure would make a lot of sense. At least as much sense as anything they've said so far. Makes you think.
Alice? Alice!
I remembered thinking I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness.
Later,
Diving
loser.
after her was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crash car and finding the first pages of the manuscript. I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
If only you had a flashlight.
Alice!
Jagger had Alice, and so she had me.
Alice!
Who's Jagger? Mick Jagger? Also, there's a weird...
easy prey.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in a window?
Alice?
Maybe she didn't drown after.
Oh. Hey, lady.
Maybe she's inside.
Alice!
Yes.
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
There's a weird, like, ice feel to the movement. Where, like, if you get a little bit of momentum and I stop, I just, like, drift to a stop. Like, stop. And he just kind of coast for a little while?
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where she is. You can apologize.
Alice!
You'll laugh at the whole thing together and put it behind you.
That doesn't sound like what's actually gonna happen.
Alice?
She's not here. You were foolish to think so. No, she's dead. She drowned.
Obviously.
No, no, no!
Alan, you
It's
dummy.
your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her. Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do. You can write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
I don't think that's how this works.
She had Alice, and the manuscript was the ransom for her.
Is that just a giant solid wall of ice?
Yes. All right.
Oh, he's under the
I'll fix it.
influence.
I'll bring her back.
Just like Rose was. Spooky. She saw me. The video game player.
I wrote it. I remembered it all now. In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would
that
make
her name?
more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice.
When did we learn that that was her name?
Even with the cobweb she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish, to interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away, but I had written him into the story, and his light had been enough to set me free.
It isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must hurry. You will know I'm here. It will be back soon. It stole the skin of my Barbara a long time ago. She looks so old.
Excuse me?
I had woken up, confused and groggy, my mind consumed by darkness and fear. All I could do was to escape. The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious and fading fast.
Don't drive a car if you're
It
faded.
had to have cost Zane terribly, thrown him even deeper into whatever dark place he now haunted. But he had managed to weaken the dark presence, kept me safe that night.
So Thomas Zane is an old-timey scuba diver
I wrote it. It's my fault.
who was written
That's
to the
right,
story.
James Joyce. It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for
Who's
it.
James Joyce? Okay.
There's an old town road with mystery of Tom the poet and his muse, and a magic lake which gave a light to the
End of episode 4. So it seems that Thomas Zane is the old-timey scuba man who was written into the manuscript to save Alan Wake from the darkness. Alice died She drowned. But the darkness is the force of inspiration for Alan that is coercing him. Thanks for the bits opened by you. So the darkness is coercing Alan to write the manuscript to save Alice from death because it's a special place or something. But Alan is trying to use the power of the place to write a manuscript that saves Alice and himself from darkness. But also there's a lot of talk of like, there are all of those TV segments that indicate that he's trying to write this narrative such that he can I don't know. They're trying to write the narrative such that he had to inject himself into the narrative for some reason. And then it sounded like maybe he tried to find a way around it, but he couldn't. So he's like, well, I guess I gotta write this manuscript now. And then he did it. And now we're still in the manuscript. I don't know. Could be that he went back into an episode in the psychiatric ward. We started it with an episode. He had a brief awakening, and then he drifted back into a delusional episode. Could be. Or him awakening, Alan awakening, could have been written into the manuscript. Actually, I think it was written into the manuscript. I mean, the next 2 episodes, who knows how that'll go. I'm sure we'll find out. I'm going to let it play through the opening bit of episode 5, so that way it saves appropriately.
Overcome with fear. He searched in vain for his treasure. Lost into
Previously on Alan Wake. Under the influence of the dark presence, I wrote a horror story that is coming true. Jagger had been my editor, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. Some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story.
Together we can create something absolutely wonderful.
The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true.
My mom gave me this old light switch.
The clicker.
Alice is being kept in a dark prison. I need to find Cynthia Weaver to fix this.
It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
And then once I take control,
Well, we're
shut it
expecting a
down.
record crowd from the neighboring counties. Naturally, we hope to break the record set by last year's Moose Fest in our neighboring town, Watery. Ladies and gentlemen, some people have asked me, what's the big deal about Deer Fest? And I think that this sums it up. It's about friendship and community. We've got a great party coming up, but let's try to hold it in until tomorrow and get through the night in one piece, all right?
Someone will come for it when the time is right. Thomas said so. He wrote
Lamp lady.
The key is insurance. It's my job to keep it safe. Safe in the light. Always in the light.
In the light, in the light.
All the manuscript pages were gone. The FBI agent had taken them.
I think my tongue just took a crap in my mouth. Ugh. Oh,
It's a pretty good line.
Al, this is not good.
That about sums it up.
Dude, don't yarf in here.
I am never drinking again.
I need to talk to Weaver. She's the one in the song. The Lady of the Light.
What, the crazy lady? Ugh, whatever you
What
say,
the hell
Al,
kind
but
of
we're
game are you
stuck
playing,
here.
Nightingale?
They're not
You haven't
gonna...
even interviewed Wake.
I had some reading to do first, Sheriff, and let me tell you, it was an interesting read. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder
Just pick a name and stick to it.
No way you're walking out of here. You hear me in there, Bret Easton Ellis? Huh?
Agent Nightingale, I want to talk to your superior.
Well, we all want things, Sheriff. I wanted my... Look, that's not possible right now.
Agent Nightingale, I insist.
Yo, y'all might want to come in here. Stay in the light.
Wake, what's wrong?
Lady, are you stupid? It's a trick. It's an obvious trick.
Okay, I've had enough of this crap. Wake, I'm gonna trust you with this.
You're joking.
Agent Nightingale, your opinion would matter more if you were sober and if I actually believed you were here on official business.
Whoa! Get back in the cell, Stephen King. The only way you're leaving this place is over my dead... Wait a minute.
Oh my god!
Light. We need light. It's the only way to fight this thing.
In my office. I've got your things there. Follow me.
That's
Oh,
funny.
man! We're sitting ducks with the lights out!
Stay cool. I can get the emergency power on.
Not exactly ray tracing going on over here, huh? Look at this light bleeding through the wall. Anyway, I'll stop it there. Something to look forward to. Thanks for dropping by, everybody. On this unusual Saturday stream.